They were Hollywood's golden couple, supermodel Heidi Klum and Grammy-winning singer Seal, turning red carpets into love-fueled spectacles. Their passion was electric, their chemistry undeniable, but behind the glamour, cracks were forming. Now, in a stunning twist, their once rock-solid romance is over. What went wrong? What led to this shocking breakup? Let's dive into the whirlwind love story, the highs, the vows, and the dramatic unraveling of an iconic Hollywood couple. We need to start with Heidi Klum's. Heidi's life before Seal. Before she became one half of Hollywood's most glamorous power couple, Heidi Klum had already carved out a name for herself in the fashion world. Born on June 1, 1973, in Bergisch Gladbach, Germany, Heidi's rise to fame was nothing short of meteoric. In 1992, she won a modeling contest that catapulted her into the global spotlight, setting her on a path to superstardom. By the late 90s, she was a household name, Victoria's Secret icon, magazine cover star, and one of the most recognizable faces in the fashion industry. But beneath the glitz and glamour, Heidi's personal life was far from picture perfect. In 1997, she married celebrity hairstylist Rick Pipino, but despite the dazzling red carpets and jet-set lifestyle, their marriage quietly unraveled, leading to their divorce in 2002. Following the split, Heidi entered a high-profile romance with Italian businessman Flavio Briatore, and in 2004, the couple made headlines with the announcement that they were expecting a child. However, the whirlwind romance came to an abrupt end before their daughter Lenny was even born. Suddenly, Heidi found herself facing a new reality, navigating life as a single, pregnant mother in the public eye. It was during this uncertain chapter of her life that fate would bring her to the man who would soon redefine her love story, Seal. Seal's rise to fame and struggles. Unlike Heidi's glamorous ascent into the fashion world, Seal's journey to stardom was marked by hardship and resilience. Born Seal, Henry Olusegun Olumide Adeola Samuel, on February 19, 1963 in London, England, he grew up in a tough environment, raised by Nigerian parents who instilled in him a strong sense of perseverance. Life was anything but easy. His childhood was turbulent, and he battled discoid lupus erythematosus, a chronic skin condition that left permanent scars on his face. But rather than let adversity define him, Seal turned his pain into artistry. In the early 90s, his unmistakable, soulful voice began commanding attention with hits like Killer and Crazy. But it was his hauntingly beautiful 1994 ballad Kiss from a Rose that cemented his place in music history. With introspective lyrics and raw emotion, Seal became one of the most beloved artists of his generation. By the early 2000s, he had transcended mere stardom. He was a global phenomenon. Yet, for all his success, life in the spotlight came with its own set of struggles. Like Heidi, Seal had conquered his industry, amassed fame, and captivated millions. But there was one thing missing: a love that could stand the test of time. Neither of them knew it yet, but fate was about to bring them together in the most unexpected way, setting the stage for one of Hollywood's most talked-about love stories. Sit back, relax, and dive into this incredible love story with us. Grab your favorite drink and enjoy. Love at first sight. For a man known for some of the most romantic ballads of all time, you'd think Seal won Heidi Klum over with a love song. But nope, his music had nothing to do with it. Instead, their first encounter in 2004 was a classic case of love, or, let's be real, attraction, at first sight. At the time, both were at crossroads in their lives, searching for something deeper. Then came that fateful moment in early 2004 at a luxury hotel in New York City. According to Heidi, it was a sight she would never forget. Seal had just left the gym, muscles glistening, wearing, wait for it, tight workout shorts. And in her own words, he was standing there in his full glory. Smitten on the spot, Heidi was instantly drawn to his confidence, kindness, and, let's be honest, his incredible physique. Seal, too, felt the spark immediately. The connection was undeniable, and before long the two were swept up in a whirlwind romance. Their love story wasn't just about quiet moments, it was grand, passionate, and full of fiery chemistry from the very start. A proposal like no other. After months of dating, Seal knew Heidi was the one, but when it came time to propose, he wasn't about to do something ordinary. No romantic dinner at an upscale restaurant, no extravagant hotel suite. He went all out. In December 2004, Seal planned a grand, unforgettable gesture, whisking Heidi away to a remote Canadian glacier. But this wasn't just a snowy getaway. He had something extraordinary waiting for her. When they arrived, Heidi was met with a sight straight out of a dream. A custom-built igloo designed just for this moment. Inside, rose petals, flickering candlelight, and an atmosphere dripping with romance. As the cold air surrounded them, Seal got down on one knee, holding out a ring, and asked Heidi to be his forever. Her response? An immediate, resounding yes. Seal later revealed that he wanted the proposal to be as unique and breathtaking as Heidi herself. He described it as a moment etched in his heart forever. For Heidi, it was pure magic. She later shared that Seal had a way of making her feel like the most special woman in the world. Their engagement quickly made headlines, instantly turning them into one of Hollywood's most talked-about power couples. Just a few months later, on May 10, 2005, Heidi and Seal made it official in a stunning beachside ceremony in Costa Corrales, Mexico. The picturesque ocean backdrop, the sound of waves crashing, and the golden sunset created a scene straight out of a storybook romance. Heidi walked down the aisle in a breathtaking Vera Wang gown, radiating elegance, while Seal looked effortlessly dashing in a crisp white suit, blending perfectly with the tropical setting. Their vows were deeply personal and heartfelt, reflecting the intense love and passion that had brought them together. Their wedding was nothing short of magical, a moment that felt like the beginning of a forever love story. At the time, it seemed like nothing could ever break their bond. Building a beautiful family. After saying I do, Heidi and Seal didn't just build a marriage, they built a family. On November 21, 2009, Heidi Klum officially took Seal's last name, becoming Heidi Samuel, a symbolic step that reflected their deep bond. But what truly solidified their unity came the following month when Seal officially adopted Heidi's daughter, Lenny. Despite her biological father, Flavio Briatore, being alive, Heidi made it clear Seal was Lenny's real father. She emphasized that Seal had been there for Lenny since birth, and Seal himself praised Briatore for respectfully keeping his distance. Together, they went on to welcome 3 more children: Henry in 2005, Johann in 2006, and Lou in 2009. From the outside, their family seemed like the perfect picture of love and warmth. Heidi often gushed about Seal's role as a father, calling him hands-on, devoted, and full of love. In an interview, she revealed how blessed she felt to have him as both a husband and a father to their children, describing his heart as one of the biggest she had ever known. Despite their high-profile careers, Heidi and Seal made it clear family came first. They prioritized raising their children with love, humility, and strong values. Public appearances often showed them as a tight-knit unit, attending events together, radiating happiness and unity. Heidi summed it up best when she said, "We are a team, and everything we do is for our kids." A love story rewritten every year. If there was ever a couple that took happily ever after seriously, it was Heidi and Seal. Unlike most Hollywood marriages, theirs came with a one-of-a-kind tradition, renewing their vows every single year. While most couples celebrate anniversaries with a romantic dinner or a weekend getaway, these two went all out, throwing lavish, themed vow renewal ceremonies surrounded by close friends and family. From extravagant costume parties to elegant beachside gatherings, each renewal was a grand spectacle, a way to reaffirm their love and keep the romance alive. Seal once described these ceremonies as a reminder of why they fell in love in the first place. Speaking in 2010, he revealed that every year, after the big celebration, he and Heidi would slip away to a private beach, just the two of them and their children. As the sun set, they would read their vows to each other, a deeply personal tradition that made their bond feel stronger than ever. To the world, it seemed like a fairy tale, an unshakable love story, celebrated year after year. But even the most magical romances aren't always built to last. If you found Heidi and Seal's story fascinating, drop a 1 in the comments. If you expected a different ending, let me know with a 0. I'd love to hear your thoughts. The cracks beneath the surface. To the outside world, Heidi and Seal seemed like the ultimate power couple, deeply in love, committed to their family, and renewing their vows every year as if to prove their bond was unbreakable. But behind the scenes, cracks were forming. By 2012, whispers of tension had started circulating as the pressures of fame, their demanding careers, and the weight of raising a family under constant public scrutiny began taking their toll. Then came the bombshell. In January 2012, after nearly 7 years of marriage, Heidi and Seal shocked fans worldwide by announcing their separation. The news sent shockwaves through Hollywood, as the couple, who had once epitomized romance, confirmed in a joint statement that while they still had love and respect for each other, they had ultimately grown apart. Seal later gave a heart-wrenching interview, acknowledging that sometimes things don't work out the way you hope. He emphasized the importance of handling the situation with dignity, but his words carried undeniable sadness. "That doesn't mean there wasn't love," he said, leaving fans emotional. It was clear, despite the breakup, what they shared had been real and deeply cherished. 3 months later, on April 6, 2012, Heidi officially filed for divorce, requesting to have her name restored to Heidi Klum. The legal process stretched on for over 2 years, until their divorce was finally finalized on October 14, 2014. It was the end of an era, the closing chapter of a love story that once felt too good to be true. Finding new love. Following their divorce, Heidi and Seal shifted their focus to co-parenting their children while forging their own individual paths. Heidi, ever the powerhouse, continued to dominate the entertainment industry, taking on new roles as a television host, producer, and entrepreneur. But while her career flourished, her love life saw a series of high-profile relationships. In 2012, she made headlines when she began dating her bodyguard, Martin Kirsten. Their romance lasted 2 years before ending in 2014. That same year, she started seeing art curator Vito Schnabel, a relationship that spanned 3 years before its quiet end in 2017. Then came Tom Cowlitz, the Tokyo Hotel guitarist who would change everything. First linked in March 2018, their relationship quickly gained public attention. By May 2018, Heidi made it official with an Instagram debut, followed by a dazzling appearance together at the Cannes Film Festival. Then, in true Heidi fashion, the supermodel surprised fans on Christmas Eve 2018 by announcing their engagement, sharing a photo of her sparkling ring with the caption, "I said yes." But Heidi wasn't one for long engagements. In a private ceremony, she and Tom tied the knot in February 2019, and that was just the beginning. That summer, they threw a lavish wedding celebration aboard the iconic Christina O yacht in Italy, making their love story official in the most glamorous way possible. Seal's next chapter. While Heidi moved on with high-profile relationships, Seal remained dedicated to his music, continuing to release albums, tour the world, and most importantly, prioritize his role as a devoted father to his children. But as time passed, Seal's love life also found its way back into the headlines, sparking new speculation. Recently, the 60-year-old musician was spotted vacationing in the sunny locale of Saint-Tropez, but not alone. He was seen with Laura, a woman with deep ties to his past. Unlike a new flame from the celebrity dating pool, Laura was his former personal assistant from the early 2000s, back when he was still married to Heidi Klum. Their connection, once strictly professional, had clearly evolved into something more. The irony? Fans couldn't help but remember Seal's pointed remarks about Heidi's post-divorce romance with her bodyguard, Martin Kirsten. Back in September 2012, just months after their split, Seal made waves with a sharp comment to TMZ, saying he wished Heidi had shown a little more class and waited until their marriage was truly over before getting involved with the help. His frustration was palpable, though his representatives later walked it back, clarifying that he wasn't accusing Heidi of infidelity, but rather commenting on the optics of her moving on so soon. Heidi, for her part, didn't let the jab slide. In an interview with Katie Couric, she responded with measured dismay, saying Seal had a very unique choice of words and that she was used to them. But beneath the public back and forth, there was an undeniable undercurrent of hurt. Now, in a twist of fate, Seal himself has found love within his own inner circle, proving that sometimes romance blossoms in the most unexpected places. With Laura, a woman who once worked behind the scenes of his life, Seal's story has taken an ironic yet serendipitous turn, blurring the lines between the personal and the professional in a way few could have predicted. Lenny Olumiklum's rise. Despite their high-profile split, Heidi Klum and Seal never let their breakup stand in the way of family. They remained cordial co-parents, often attending events together and showing the world that even after love fades, parenting comes first. Their bond may have changed, but their shared dedication to their children never wavered. Among their 4 children, Lenny, Henry, Johan, and Lou, it's Lenny who has stepped into the spotlight. Born May 4, 2004, in New York City, Lenny's story is unique. When Seal met Heidi, she was already pregnant with Lenny, but he embraced the role of a father from the very start. By 2009, he had officially adopted her, making their bond unbreakable. Growing up, Lenny was surrounded by the world of high fashion, attending exclusive events with her mother. But despite the glitz, Heidi and Seal worked hard to ensure she had a grounded upbringing. Then, in 2020, at just 16 years old, Lenny made her grand debut, gracing the cover of Vogue Germany alongside Heidi. From that moment, her modeling career skyrocketed, landing major brand deals and runway appearances. Now, balancing her studies with superstardom, Lenny is carving out her own legacy, not just as Heidi Klum's daughter, but as a force in fashion all on her own. Henry Samuel, the adventurous protector. Just a year after welcoming Lenny, Heidi and Seal expanded their family once again with the birth of their first biological child, Henry Gunther Adeola Dashtu Samuel, on September 12, 2005, in Los Angeles. As the couple's firstborn son, Henry immediately became the center of attention, not just within their home, but in the eyes of fans who admired Heidi and Seal's growing family. From a young age, Henry was known for his boundless energy and adventurous spirit. Heidi often described him as curious, fearless, and always eager to explore. Whether it was climbing, running, or trying out new sports, Henry was the kind of kid who never sat still. But beyond his athletic nature, he was also deeply protective of his siblings, especially Lenny, naturally stepping into the role of an older brother and leader. Despite being raised in a high-profile household, Henry's parents worked hard to shield him from the media spotlight. He made occasional appearances at family-friendly events, offering rare glimpses into his warm personality and strong bond with his parents. Now a teenager, Henry has developed a deep passion for soccer, dedicating much of his time to the sport. While he hasn't followed in Lenny's footsteps in pursuing a public career, he remains a dedicated student and a loving, supportive brother. Heidi has often spoken about how proud she is of Henry's kind heart and natural leadership, qualities that make him an essential pillar of their tight-knit family. Thanks for sticking around and watching till the end. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're still here with us. Johann Samuel, the artistic visionary. On November 22, 2006, Heidi and Seal welcomed their second son, Johann Riley Fyodor Taiwo Samuel, in Los Angeles. With a name as unique as his personality, Johann quickly became a beloved member of the family, known for his creative spirit and quiet confidence. Unlike his adventurous older siblings, Johann had a deep artistic side from an early age. Heidi often shared that he had an innate talent for drawing and painting, spending hours immersed in imaginative projects rather than high-energy activities. He was the child who could get lost in his sketches, creating intricate works of art that reflected his unique perspective on the world. Beyond his creativity, Johann also inherited his parents' keen sense of style. Heidi once joked that her son had no problem critiquing her outfits, confidently sharing his fashion opinions even as a child. His individuality and self-assured nature always set him apart, making him a standout personality in the Samuel household. As he's grown, Johann has continued to thrive academically and artistically, choosing to stay out of the public eye while pursuing his passions. Heidi has shared occasional glimpses of his artwork, praising his dedication and talent. With his artistic vision and quiet strength, Johann remains a cherished and irreplaceable part of the family, a true creative force in his own right. Lou Samuel, the family's shining star. Born on October 9, 2009, in Los Angeles, Lou Sulola Samuel completed Heidi and Seal's family as their youngest child. From the moment she arrived, she was surrounded by love, warmth, and devotion. Seal once described Lou's birth as an incredibly emotional moment, calling her arrival a true blessing. As the baby of the family, she was cherished by her older siblings, who took on protective and nurturing roles in her life. Lou quickly developed a bubbly and energetic personality, becoming the family's little entertainer. Heidi has shared that Lou loves to sing and dance, often putting on fun performances for the household. Whether it's music, fashion, or entertainment, her natural creativity suggests she could one day follow in her parents' artistic footsteps. But for now, she's enjoying a carefree childhood, growing up in an environment filled with support, encouragement, and love. One of the most beautiful aspects of Heidi and Seal's parenting has been their emphasis on family unity. Despite their different interests and personalities, Lenny, Henry, Johann, and Lou have always had an unbreakable bond. Heidi has often said she teaches her children that no matter what happens in life, family comes first. This strong foundation has helped them navigate the challenges of growing up in the spotlight while staying grounded and connected. Heidi Klum, fashion's rising star. Now 20 years old, Heidi Klum has firmly made her mark in the fashion industry. Ever since her Vogue Germany debut in 2020, she has walked for some of the biggest names in fashion, including Dolce & Gabbana, and has appeared on numerous magazine covers. With her striking looks and undeniable talent, she has quickly become one of the industry's most sought-after young models. Despite her demanding career, Lenny has remained grounded, balancing her work and studies while embracing the lessons her parents instilled in her. She has often spoken about the unwavering support she's received from both Heidi and Seal, crediting them for teaching her the value of hard work and staying true to herself. In an interview, Lenny shared that her parents always reminded her to remember where she came from, a lesson she carries with her every day. Beyond the runways and flashing cameras, Lenny remains deeply connected to her younger siblings, frequently sharing heartwarming moments with them on social media. As she continues to build her own legacy, she also serves as a role model, inspiring her siblings to pursue their own dreams with the same determination and grace. Henry Samuel, the athlete and protective big brother. Now 19 years old, Henry Samuel has continued to pursue his passion for sports, particularly soccer. While he hasn't sought a professional career in the sport, he has built a strong reputation in local leagues and school tournaments, impressing those around him with his dedication, skill, and sportsmanship. His natural athleticism and drive have made him a standout player, and though he prefers to keep a low profile, those who know him speak highly of his determination and discipline. Beyond his love for sports, Henry remains focused on his education, balancing academics with his personal passions. Friends and family describe him as humble, responsible, and deeply grounded, a young man who has managed to stay true to himself despite growing up in the spotlight. Unlike his older sister Lenny, who has embraced a public career in fashion, Henry has chosen a more private path, concentrating on his growth and aspirations away from the cameras. As the eldest son in the family, Henry has naturally taken on the role of protector among his siblings. Whether it's cheering Lou on at her school performances, offering guidance to Johan, or simply being a strong and steady presence, he is always there for them. His supportive nature and quiet leadership have made him a pillar of strength within the Samuel Klum family, proving that while he may not seek the spotlight, his impact is deeply felt by those closest to him. What Hollywood love story should we explore next? Share your ideas in the comments, and we might feature it in an upcoming video. Johan Samuel, the artistic soul of the family. Now 18 years old, Johan Samuel has fully embraced his artistic talents, blossoming into a gifted young artist with a passion for drawing, painting, and even digital art. From an early age, his creative spirit was undeniable, and over the years, he has dedicated himself to honing his craft, developing a style that is uniquely his own. Unlike his older sister Lenny, who thrives in the fashion world, Johan prefers a quieter, more private life. He stays out of the spotlight, but that hasn't stopped his proud mother, Heidi, from occasionally showcasing his artwork on social media, giving the world a small glimpse into his incredible talent. Friends and family often praise Johan's unique perspective and dedication, noting that his ability to translate emotion and imagination into art is truly special. Beyond his creative gifts, Johan is known for his sharp sense of humor and kind heart. Among his siblings, he has earned the title of the Peacemaker, always stepping in to diffuse tension with a joke or a thoughtful gesture. Whether lightening the mood with his wit or offering quiet support, Johan has a natural ability to bring balance and harmony to those around him. Though he may not seek attention, his presence is deeply valued by his family, proving that his impact goes far beyond his artistic talents. Lou Samuel, the fearless performer. Now 15 years old, Lou Sulola Samuel has emerged as the youngest star in the making within the Samuel Klum family. With a natural love for singing, dancing, and performing, she exudes confidence and charisma, effortlessly lighting up any room she enters. Though still young, Lou has already expressed a strong interest in the arts, hinting at a future in music, acting, or dance. Heidi has often spoken about Lou's fearless energy, describing her as someone who embraces every challenge with excitement and determination. In an interview, Heidi gushed about her youngest daughter's bright spirit, saying, She's fearless, and I know she will do amazing things, whatever she decides to pursue. Lu's passion, combined with her unshakable self-confidence, suggests that she could one day follow in her parents' footsteps and carve out a successful career in entertainment. Outside of her creative pursuits, Lu remains deeply connected to her tight-knit family. Whether it's vacationing with her siblings or celebrating special occasions together, she is a beloved presence, adored by her older brothers and sister. As the youngest member of the family, she continues to be surrounded by unwavering love and support, growing up in an environment where self-expression and individuality are encouraged. Heidi Klum and Seal's love story may not have had a fairy tale ending, but it remains one of Hollywood's most unforgettable romances. Their journey together was a testament to passion, commitment, and family, showing the world that while some relationships don't last forever, the love they created lives on in the beautiful family they built.